Okay, then maybe one last question. You have been a member of this Human Rights Council. You have trained at the academy where many civil servants are trained. If you look at the powers that be at the moment, do you see any ideological contradictions within the power structure, within the top of the power structure at the moment, that could benefit this change that you were pointing at?
Well, during the drafting of any sort of reform plan, and I've been a contributor to a few of this, there always arises a question: who may be our allies within the bureaucratic system? And
that's exactly what I was asking of.
Yeah. And the answer always is the second tier people, the deputy heads. You see, the Russian civil services is a big structure. We have a big bureaucracy. The upper layer, the upper tier, is almost universally occupied by this very generational strata that I mentioned at the very beginning of our conversation, the Russian baby boomers, people aged 60 plus at the moment. And there's the second tier, 40 plus people, with a different type of education and with, I would suspect, a different set of values, although it's very hard to study bureaucratic elite members. They tend to avoid talking to the pollsters. Everyone tries to avoid doing that, but they are more successful than the other people. However, of course, those at the top have the power to influence both the public opinion and the what I would call the generally accepted ideology. So the second tier people have to repeat what the first tier people say. Mm-hmm. But when they become bosses in their own right, then I do think they will manifest different types of administrative and political behavior. And I'm not saying here that we just need to wait for this generational change, mm-hmm. especially because it doesn't happen at the moment. It's not some sort of convoy change. Now these people go out and these people go in. It's an ongoing process. But this big strata of, people born in the 50s, they will generally and slowly, the strata will start to erode. It is eroding at the moment. And so this change will happen gradually. I do think that 5 years hence, we will look back and say, do you remember things were different back then? These sort of changes, again, they do not happen at the moment and they're not immediately visible. I've tried to mention and describe a few of these unseen events that have far-reaching consequences. And this generational change is one of them. Of course, there will be a heritage of the current generation of leaders. Mm-hmm. They influence what other people think and say, but they cannot, as any parent, cannot exactly transmit his or her set of values to the children. If that were possible, then every generation will be the same as the previous one, but this doesn't happen. Sometimes we as parents are sorry about this, but this is the fact that we have to deal with. Our children, our heirs are not the same people as us.